Hi, Jeremy Crow here. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update. I haven't really been putting out a lot of content lately, and I wanted to explain that and also give you an idea of what to expect from me in the near future. Naturally, I tend to be more of an introvert. But over the years, I've forced myself to become more and more extroverted. However, anytime I do end up feeling a little overwhelmed or overloaded with information, experiences, etc., I do tend to fall back into that introverted type phase, and I'll kind of hibernate a little while and process and just kind of focus on what's going on, my family life, etc. And then I get back into it again. I'll get a renewed burst of extroverted energy and I'll start putting out content again. And that's kind of what's been going on with me. As I'm sure most of you know, for the last 9 months or so, I've been really focused on Flambeau Noir. So it's been just like Flambeau Noir, Flambeau Noir, Flambeau Noir, you know. And then the event itself was just incredible. And I got exposed to a lot of amazing information, a lot of amazing people. It was just incredible. So I've just been kind of decompressing from that and processing. And during that time, I really kind of dug into some of my sleep work, my dream work. I find that incredibly inspiring and creative, the types of ideas that I get from that. There was a famous inventor. To get new ideas, he would take a spoon and he would sit in a chair and then he would just kind of fall asleep. And then when he fell asleep, the spoon would fall out of his hand and hit the ground and it would wake him up. He felt that the point where you're kind of halfway between awake and asleep was the point where he got the most creative ideas. And I found that is kind of that magic space, that magic bardo, you might say, where the barriers between the conscious mind and the unconscious mind are broken down. You're kind of riding that line. And I have gotten some amazing insights during that bardo myself lately. And so the fruits from that will develop into some content for you guys. I've also been really digging into my language learning studies. So I've just been independently studying mainly French and Japanese, but also I've been learning some Russian as well. I really find it interesting to study and learn a new symbol set and a language. You know, a lot of these languages come with their own alphabet or their own script and character set. And I really find that really fun to learn those new characters that they use to express their language in written form. That has gotten my brain thinking in a certain way as well, and that has given me some insights into the tarot, for example. So I've got some really cool ideas on the tarot that I'm gonna produce some content for you on that and share those insights as well. I'm also getting together with Tasha Maneri, the artist for my book, Initiation into the Left-Hand Path. And she's produced some more artwork, and I'm going to be getting some of that artwork, and we're going to be doing a new edition of that book. Previously, it had only been released in a very limited advance edition of 45 copies only. And those sold out quite quickly, and those are the only copies that exist. And so we're going to be putting out a new edition with additional artwork and additional content for that in the very near future. What I'm doing now is I'm focusing a lot more on things like flow hacking and optimizing your diet and eating patterns. Now, I lost 30 pounds just with time-restricted eating. I'm going to share some of my results with you in a more processed form. And that's another thing I wanted to talk to you about. while this video is going to be more of a raw, kind of unprocessed, just kind of me talking to you video, what I'd like to do more going forward is have a lot more edited. I'll have different content. Like, it's not just going to be with a talking head. I'll have like other content as well in the video, say for instance, diagrams and things like that. So I'd like to put more focus on putting out a higher quality product. It might not be quite as often, but I do feel like the extra effort I'm putting into will result in a higher quality product that you can enjoy more than just me talking. That's really it. That's really about all I wanted to tell you. I've been also updating my website to look better and to have a better format, and just all of my various different social media platforms. You know, I've been really dissatisfied with Facebook and especially Facebook. It's just really gone down in the dumps. And so I'm going to be focusing a bit more on some of the other platforms, such as Twitter and YouTube and Instagram. I know Instagram is owned by Facebook, but there's a lot more compelling interaction that can happen there, I feel, compared to with Facebook. If you like what I am proposing here and are interested in seeing what's going to be coming out in the next little while, I recommend that you would subscribe to the channel here, follow my Twitter, most of the various different social media platforms out there. I'm just using the same handle, Jeremy Crow. Look me up and find me on those different platforms. Minds is another one. Till next time, everybody, stay lucid.